Luxembourg is situated in the middle of Europe. The neighboring countries are: to the east it is bordered by Germany, to the south by France, and the western and northern borders are shared with Belgium. The country's size is about 2,586 square kilometers. It measures 82 kilometers long and 57 kilometers wide, but there are still differences concerning the landscape. The northern third of the country constitutes a part of the Ardennes and is called Ösling. It is mainly defined by hills and low mountains. The southern part is commonly called the Gutland and has a denser population than the north. The Gutland itself can be divided into different geographic subregions. The Luxembourg Plateau in the center is the site of Luxembourg City. Little Switzerland in the east is marked by thick forests and idyllic landscape. The valley of the Moselle is known for its wines and lies at the southeastern border. The Redlands, also known as the Minette, is Luxembourg's industrial core and densely populated. Overall, the Luxembourgish landscape is marked by many castles and forts: Vianden, Beaufort, Hollenfels, La Rochette, only to name a few of the over 70 castles and fortresses around Luxembourg. Luxembourg City is one of the 4 official capitals of the European Union and hosts the seat of the Court of Justice of the European Union. Luxembourg's cultural diversity is mirrored in the population. Only 50.9% are Luxembourgish by nationality, 18.2% are Portuguese, 13.5% French, 10.3% Germans, and 7.1% others. Luxembourg has a remarkable multilingual language situation. The mother tongue of most Luxembourgers is Luxembourgish, Lutzeburgisch, a language which has been officially recognized in February 1984. Children learn to read and write in German since the German language is linguistically closest to their own. The legislation, nevertheless, is in French, which is commonly used for most administrative papers. This multilingualism is rooted in the fact that far back in history, in times of Charles the Great, Luxembourg already was a cultural contact zone. Since it was the biggest fortress in northern and western Europe, commonly known as Gibraltar of the North, it was held by many different nations, who each also left a part of their cultural heritage. We are Europeans in the best sense of the word. Burgundy, Spain, Austria, France, Prussia, all these nations held the Luxembourgish fortress from 1443 until the Vienna Treaty in 1815. Then Luxembourg was declared independent and the fortress destroyed. Nevertheless, the country holds high its heritage as a cultural contact zone and is a fervent defender of European politics, as is their Prime Minister Xavier Bettel. It is the only Grand Duchy of the world and a constitutional monarchy. The red lion on blue and white background represents the Nassau family, which is also reflected in the red, white, blue national flag. The motto of the country is simple: Wir willen blijven wat wir sind. We want to stay what we are in the middle of Europe.
The capital of the Grand Duchy of Luxembourg is called Luxembourg City. The Gulle Vrouw, which means Golden Lady, is a famous monument situated on an old fortress wall. Narrow picturesque streets mark the historical old town, which once was a fortress town. The medieval fortress Vianden has been in possession of the Grand Ducal family for a long time and is one of the most famous monuments in Europe. Its origin goes back to the 11th century and it was built on the fundament of a Roman castell. The La Rochette castle overlooks the picturesque village of La Rochette. The first buildings on the site date from the 11th century. They are situated on a promontory of Luxembourgish sandstone and dominate the valley of the river Weiße Ernst. Askur, Lee and Lisa invite you to see the inner courtyard of the fortress. In 1565, the fortress was destroyed by fire. A legend says the fortress was taken after a betrayal. In her misery, The Lady of Fells fell in the well with her baby. The spirit of the betrayer turned into a dragon. He still guards the gold which was the reward for his betrayal. This gold was hidden in the well. We thank Aske and the girls for showing us the castle. In a natural park, Urversauer, there is a large artificial lake. It was created in 1961 and covers an area of 3.8 square kilometers and can store 60 million cubic meters. The purpose is drinking water supply, electricity generation, flood protection and a minimum flow of the River Sauer. Besides, it is largely used as a recreational area, which offers a lot of opportunity for nautical sports. We thank Klein Nicola and his companions for the guidance. Lena, Lisa and Noe show us now the Hunnebuhr. The Hunnebuhr, situated in the region of Mersch, is linked to many sagas and legends. Attila the Hun is said to have watered his horses here during his Plunders campaign in the 5th century. The water of the fountain is said to have a healing power. Today, the Hunnebuhr is a favorite destination for hikers, riders and bikers. Luxi and his friends lead us through the national park Ur, situated in the northeastern part of Luxembourg, in the middle of the Luxembourgish Ardennes, in the border triangle of Luxembourg, Germany and Belgium. The region shows vast plateaus and narrow rocky valleys, flown through by the rivers Ur and Clerf. It offers in a small area an impressive variety of landscapes. There is a great variety in flora and fauna. Many threatened plant and bird species find a refuge in this protected area. A well-developed network of roads and infrastructures invite tourists and natives to discover, experience and linger. Camping sites are highly appreciated, especially by our friends from the Netherlands. Warm welcome! Enjoy your stay in our Aislik. The land of the red rocks. The region in the south of Luxembourg, called Minette, has been strongly marked by the industrial culture, but has managed to give itself a new identity over time, where the industrial past and technologies melted into a unique mixture. You can find the past marked by coal and steel, and the new technologies of the present. You can also see how nature is reclaiming the former mining area. The Minette has very high biodiversity and is full of rare plants. Since October 2020, the Minette officially bears the UNESCO Man and Biosphere label. The land of red rocks is young and dynamic, multicultural and colorful, simply a region of contrasts. We say thank you to our Schimmelreiterin. Rubin and his stablemates present us the region of the Moselle. In the eastern part of the country flows the river Moselle, forming a natural border between Luxembourg and Germany. On both sides of the river you can see well-cultivated vineyards and picturesque wine-growing villages. The local wine is known as an insider tip by wine experts. The backcountry is marked by open landscapes with rock, meadows and orchards. One of the most important conventions in European history has been concluded in 1985 near the village of Schengen. 5 member states signed the abolition of checks on persons at common borders. At the viewpoint Köpchen, above the vineyards of Vomeldange, you can see a chapel built in 1925 in honor of Saint Donatus, patron against lightning, thunder, hail, storm and fire in the vineyards of Vomeldange. According to World Fanger, there are actually 386 Icelandic horses in Luxembourg, spread all over the country. About 60 of them are living here, near the border of the Eislik. The main 2 regions of the country are Gutland and Eislik. Another big farm with about 70 horses is near the city of Luxembourg. In the middle of the Grunewald rises the spring of the Weiße Ernst, called Schützelburg. The name is due to a hermit, Blessed Schützel, who lived in a cavern near the spring in the 12th century. Acting as a green lung of Luxembourg City, situated in the center of the country, the Grunewald forms with an area of 4,500 hectares the largest coherent forest complex of Luxembourg. It has a great cultural and historic value, besides its forestal, ecological and agricultural importance. Parts of the Grunewald are registered as a natural national monument. We say thank you to Christian and her stallion. Thank you for your interest in this journey and goodbye!